Welcome back to part 2 of 4D, Dev's Daily Dose of Dota. This is episode 16, and today we're focusing on Secret.Puppey's Crystal Maiden, a support game. The theme of this show today, since it's Monday as a support game, could be entitled How to Make Friends and Not Die. Step 1, making friends. Pick Crystal Maiden. You get an arcane aura, mana for all your allies. Delicious mana. Step 2, not die. Let's tune in to see how Secret.Puppey does it. We're going to hop back into the game. Early on, we've seen an interesting use of Crystal Maiden early on. A lot of stacking for the Batrider who's in the off lane. This isn't a jungle episode, but we saw Crystal Maiden in the jungle doing that, stacking and using rank 1 Frostbite to get up to level 2. Frostbite with recent changes does 1,000 damage to creeps. Not so much to heroes. A little more to heroes as well with the patch. Other than that, we saw him just getting more points in that arcane aura, getting a little bit in Crystal Nova to push out the waves, and in addition to that, just being a great support, buying wards, buying sentries, buying Dust of Appearance because there is a bounty hunter, and he would love to get his hands on that Crystal Maiden. Low int, or low HP, intelligence hero with a low move speed. I love to gank Crystal Maiden when I play against her. It's like free gold. But Puppey hasn't died yet. We're going to hop into the game, which is entering the mid-game, and see how he continues to not die. Or continues to support. Sometimes equally important. When we left off, the tier 1 mid had just fallen due to 4 heroes swelling up. The tier 1 top, a 4 hero commitment from Power Rangers as well. And Crystal Maiden, just doing her thing. Walking around with that wonderful, wonderful arcane aura. Oh, what's this, Omni Knight? You're on the other side of the map? Boom! I got you, brother. What's this, PA? You don't even need mana because you're at full mana and your abilities are low mana? I got you too. She doesn't discriminate. Meepo, you're not on my team. Why did I click on you? Batrider. Extra mana. Fantastic. Queen of Pain, we would check on you, but you're dead. Who cares about Queen of Pain? This episode's about Crystal Maiden. And as we see, very close to level 8, that second point in Crystal Nova just helping to push out the wave. We also saw Freezing Field, 200 mana, 533 for her mana pool is a significant amount. She's now level 8, she maxes out that arcane aura, that delicious, delicious arcane aura. It's going to be maximum regen. The repel going on to Crystal Maiden because she loves her Freezing Field. Look at that, it's beautiful. It's snow. Who doesn't like snow? Looking back at the fight recap, Crystal Maiden did do a fair amount of the damage there. And we see her just pushing forward. She's over here. But her heroes are pushing forward to claim this tier 1. Putting down a sentry, expecting Bounty Hunter to come in. Where is he? There he is. He's walking forward. Would love to contest this tower. We see several heroes here. Crystal Maiden, get back. Beautiful moves by Puppey. They're backing up. Queen of Pain. We see the other ensnare or entangle in the game being used there, committed. Where is that? Treant Protector. Overgrowth. 3 seconds. That will help claim the kill on Crystal Maiden. Or claim the kill on Queen of Pain, rather. Crystal Maiden smartly backing up there. Staying in the back.
Dire's bottom tower has
but still, from halfway across the map, you get mana. And you get mana. Omni Knight, you get mana. Everybody gets mana. But you don't get mana if you're dead. We haven't talked about that a lot, mainly because Crystal Maiden hasn't died, but it's worth noting. We're going to switch to the split cam here. I mean, Crystal Maiden's just running around stacking, so don't worry about that. Excellent ability, Arcane Aura. It's mana for everyone, but you're not helping your team if you're dead. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, yeah, you're dead. I can't contribute, you know, with my Frostbite and my Crystal Nova and my Warding. No, no, no. I mean, you don't give the Arcane Aura if you're
Radiant's
dead.
bottom tower is under
Like many
attack.
auras, you don't give them if you're dead. So when you're dead, no mana for your friends. Stay alive. Let's hop back into the game. You haven't missed much. Bracers coming out for Crystal Maiden. Might actually try a triple stack here. We see PA on her team has the Battle Fury, so that's 2 heroes that could benefit from multi-hero stacks. Huskar. Ooh, armlet. Delicious. And will that be a successful triple stack? It will. That's going to be about 600 gold.
Hurt at all.
And instantly into a chase. What's that? It's an nope, it's a entangle. I always mix those up. Having to commit the entangle from Tree Ant Protector. Puppey. Might want to back out there. Omni Knight. Falling to the Meepo.
Radiant's bottom
Not much
tower
you can
has
do there,
fallen.
Crystal Maiden.
Dire's structures
You're
are
low HP.
fortified.
You're outnumbered. Didn't
Dire's
even
middle
bother
tower is
expending
under attack.
any of her abilities. It was a 5v2. Oh, what's this? No! But Puppey really did
Dire's
that.
middle tower has fallen.
So we could go over my point earlier. When Crystal Maiden's dead, no mana to your
Radiant's
heroes. Queen of
bottom
Pain,
tower is under attack.
there's no Arcane Aura on her. Bat Rider,
Dire's
just to
middle
check, there's no
tower is
Arcane
under
Aura.
attack.
So stay alive.
Dire's structures are fortified.
You're a support, so a lot of
Radiant's
times it's a
bottom
means to
tower
an
is
end. If
under
you can get off that
attack.
clutch ability, if you can get off that critical save on your ally, that little bit extra damage. As we see Queen of Pain. Oh, what's that? Arcane Aura's back up. Crystal Maiden's back up.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
In base now. Has an Observer Ward in her stash. She sees the fight going on. Chooses not to port to it. There's 5 heroes here. Another death for our Bat Rider. But this PA is getting quite big. Picking up a Yasha.
Healing and harm.
Oh, the dust used a little untimely for Crystal Maiden. As we see 4 heroes from PR creeping up.
Fear nothing. Dark light.
Meepo going in on this squishy Crystal Maiden. What can she do? Not much. She's Crystal Maiden. Turns to ice, but that's okay. She'll let it go. Oh, I need better jokes. More importantly, though, our heroes from Secret need her alive. Omni Knight. Bet he could use some mana regen. He's actually regenning quite well. That'll give PR this opportunity with another support dying to attempt Roshan at least. They're committing several Meepos here. Can't wait to see all that snow fall on Meepo from Crystal Maiden. Warding on the high ground.
Be fearless.
Roshan
With Phantom
has
Assassin
fallen
farming up
to
that
the
600
radiant.
gold. Instant track coming out, Huskar leaping in, but Phantom Strike away. Continuing to chase actually is Huskar. He might want to back off here. That armlet's really burning him down.
The armor of a
Huskar pun intended, by the way. We'll save him for another episode if anyone ever picks him again. Luckily, thanks to things like this Captain's Draft Invitational, we get to see more unconventional
Radiant's
lineups.
top tower is under
Crystal
attack.
Maiden, not exactly unconventional, but not very common. As we see her level progression rather slow down a little bit. She's lowest on the team, but she's a support. She's helping stack, and more importantly, she's maxed out Arcane Aura, which is helping her allies. And there may be another fight here. I want to take a quick pause and just note, positioning-wise, Bat Rider getting super aggressive running in, he's about to lasso someone, but Crystal Maiden hanging back, along with Omni Knight, the other support, and our 2 primary damage dealers, Queen of Pain and Phantom Assassin, coming in for a flank. We're going to see this fight unfold. Puppey instantly using the freezing field, getting some extra damage out. He's also hitting Huskar here and slowing him, worth noting, 133 speed. He's instantly opened up on by Phantom Assassin, and we see her pursue,
Guard us well.
getting the frostbite off on the Treant Protector. Dazzle has fallen,
A mortar's gift.
but we see her just trying to stay at the back. She's already lost 250 HP,
Purification.
almost a third of her health.
Fear nothing.
We see her use Crystal Nova again, coming off a cooldown and helping to contribute to the damage on Meepo. And what's that? Coup de grace? Delicious crits with the Battle Fury, with a little extra damage thanks to the stacking that she did earlier. Meepo's back up now. And we see her getting in another Crystal Nova. And other than that, just
The armor of
70 damage. Able to get a little bit done. We see her getting a third Crystal Nova. And with the help of teamwork and some mana regen, you two can kill a Meepo
Your fate
twice.
was always crystal clear.
Fight recap is pretty worthless here, but no big deal. You guys saw that wonderful, wonderful support from Crystal Maiden. And she's still alive, that means Arcane Aura for her. Arcane Aura for Batrider. Quickly gonna regen. Nobody has to go back to base. Queen of Pain, I know you have a lot of damaging abilities, so you get mana too. Phantom Assassin, I mean, he's always gonna be at full mana. Puppey is now level 10, choosing to get a third point in Crystal Nova, just increasing her ability to push out waves. 1,300 gold, doesn't have to spend it yet. Mana boots? Pfft, no thanks. More like mana regen. Okay, no more jokes. But we do have more Crystal Novas coming out, continuing to push out the wave. 250 damage is about half the life of these melee creeps, and about 70% of a range creep. And since it's AoE, excellent ability for pushing out these lanes. You could definitely say Space Creative. We see her pushing out the lane down here. Meanwhile, what are the Meepos doing? Running around. Top lane. Omni Knight and Phantom Assassin roaming, able to secure some runes. 1650 gold on deck. And we see a Ghost Scepter coming out. I like it. It gives +7 all attributes, as you can see, because, well, I'm reading it, so you can read it as well. A little extra survivability, just like the Bracer, but good support item in the effect that prevents that physical damage if a Huskar is to leap at low health and try and kamikaze himself onto that Crystal Maiden. Be just enough to buy some time. To perhaps get back, perhaps use a Frostbite and run away, and hope that this carry Phantom Assassin by Kuroki will just be able to cleave the entire team down. We see Puppey. Little does he know, that bounty hunter, very close, lying in wait. Dazzle is here as well. No, Puppey, run away! Frostbite, oh, it's not going to last very long. But it lasted long enough. It stopped the attacking. It stopped any movement and let him retreat. We see him getting very aggressive there. And what's this? The cavalry has arrived. And PR will be forced back. Batrider did die to Huskar, or Meepo and Treant Protector rather. Huskar, well, he just died. Huskar does that.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Crystal Maiden, though, continuing to roam around. She's low on mana, but wonderful mana regen. Doesn't have to go back to base. And a little bit more for the other allies not having to go back as well. Phantom Assassin, 2.5 mana regen. Dude, you do your thing. And he will. Already has a Manta on board. Crystal Maiden, last in net worth, but you know, who cares? The stacking that she did earlier has helped the Batrider get up to 8k. Now has his Blink Dagger and Force Staff, and has helped Kuroki, who is very close to the top net worth. Currently held by Meepo. We see the Crystal Maiden running around a little bit. Might have thought about pushing out the lane, but then realized that she's Crystal Maiden. It can easily die to someone like Bounty Hunter. Instead, we just see her running around, staying with the team. 4 heroes for Secret top, while Kuroki just continues to farm up the Ancients and get ever so close to that net worth of Meepo. Now has a Scythe of Ice, now has an Aghanim Scepter, and now has Smoke. As they go in on our Phantom Assassin, and with a lot of Geo Strikes and Earthbinds, they bring him down. 1100 burst damage coming out from Poof. I'm assuming it's named that because Poof and Phantom Assassin's gone. Speaking of things that are dead, Crystal Maiden, it's to be expected. Sitting under the tree. This is quite an engagement coming out. Buyback coming out from our PA. No money for Crystal Maiden, but what's that? We clicked the fight recap now. Pretty good trade. 4 dead for Crystal Maiden. So once again, as I like to say in a lot of the support games, okay, you're dead. But relax. You died for the greater good. And sure, you can't give that delicious, delicious mana, but it's just a game. You'll res again. And speaking of resing again, here he is. Ready to come out. He's broke, but doesn't matter. Kuroki having to buy back. Got several kills off there. And now they're able to push out the lanes.
Radiant's top tower
they may get
is
this
under attack.
this top tier 1.
Radiant structures
Meanwhile,
are
tons of space created for Puppey in the jungle. Able to move back, get a little more farming done. He's frostbiting the big creep. Still not maxing out frostbite. Instead, choosing to take an extra point in freezing field.
Has fallen.
You'll notice at 400 mana, it is half of his mana now. As we'll see by the time he passes the 50% mark there, only now does it get lit up. But still a pretty good ability. It's AoE damage. There's a lot of Meepos out there. And with the mana regen, he'll constantly be moving up. As you can see, a pretty steady increase there. 7.4 per second. That's 70 per second. Or 70 per 10 seconds, rather. So, even these abilities like Frostbite, Crystal Nova, even if he had to use Freezing Field to come back down to basically 0 mana, he'll have enough to use an ability within 10 or 20 seconds.
No sorceries avail.
Grouping up. They're running in. We're going to slow down a little bit. And what's this? She tucks herself in here and then just starts using her ult. It's going to be cancelled by the entangle. And now she finds herself a little out of position here, but she's not the best target to go on. Pardon me. She's very low now. She's going to be backing up. But we look at the fight recap. A little bit of damage from her. And she did TP out. 1 death for 1.
Assassination at its finest.
But that's not all. Phantom Assassin wants to go back in. He knows they were trying to kill his Crystal Maiden. He's tracked. Big Daddy's here as well. He has his ult. He has a 4 staff. Puppey's here now too. Dealing out significant damage.
Fear,
the immunity's coming out. Kuroki's low. 190 damage. He Phantom Strikes away. The lowest Meepo's 800 HP, but not enough this time. Omni Knight might 4 staff away. Yes, he will. And then our Phantom Assassin will Blink Strike away. Crystal Maiden had to get out of that early, but a good choice there. She did not die, and ultimately left it up to her teammates to disengage as well. Phantom Strike, staying alive there. That was a big fight for our Secret heroes. Could have been a full wipe there. We saw Meepo come in and do significant damage around here. And the gambit, I would say, from Crystal Maiden to run up a little ahead of the fight didn't yield any results.
1 down, 4 to go.
That kill on the back of the bounty hunter. Sweet justice for the Crystal Maiden. She has excellent ward vision here. And there may be a gem on board. Yep, S4 has picked up the gem on Queen of Pain. So with bounty dead for 22 seconds, Crystal Maiden can farm freely. Do whatever she wants. She's placed some excellent wards here. She's grabbing the top rune. We see instead, she walks up and she's to just push out this top lane.
Roshan
250 damage.
to the dire.
She now has a teleportation scroll on her. As her heroes, space created. Securing Roshan. Not much this Huskar can do other than to continue to farm. Looks like he'll be probably working on an Assault Cuirass. And Puppey just pushing out one of the waves. She sees Bounty Hunter is back alive now. We'll peel back, move back into the jungle. And a big swing, a big boon for Team Secret with this Aegis on tap for the Phantom Assassin. And now level 20, those 4.5x crits can be coming out. Farming up the jungle. Crystal Maiden just supporting S4, who does have the gem. Placing a ward again here. And then just teleporting away. Teleporting back to base. 800 gold. Still
Radiant's
not
top
choosing to make any
tower is under
purchases.
attack.
And we'll see her just walk out of base. Since S4 has ported back as well. They knew the rotation would be coming. And it is. It is currently making their way through the jungle of
All
Secret.
bonds will break.
Instead, we see Puppey with his last ward come into the opposing jungle. And probably could place down a ward here, could place one here, could place one on this wonderful high ground. As we see him moving quite far forward, puts it here instead, gets a little vision of up into the river. And it still sees the transitions coming into their own jungle. I like it. Puppey likes it too. Almost as much as he likes that delicious arcane aura. I really would play Crystal Maiden more. It's one of my favorite ways of supporting your team without actually doing anything. I mean, come on guys, you just have to select the talent. You don't even have to be there, and you're helping.
Dire's top tower is under
But
attack.
Puppey is even better than that with the clutch ward coming up here.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Helping to secure a kill
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
on that bounty hunter. But we saw Meepos die here. I feel really bad. So we're actually going to hop back. Because I love seeing Meepos die
Dire's
here.
structures are
And we missed the most
fortified.
important part.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So that was Crystal
Radiant's
Maiden porting. Also worth noting, I don't know if anybody... I don't know where people learn this, but you have to learn somewhere. I learned this from I think a Russian yelling at me. I mean, that's what it is when people talk in all caps and all chat. But just yelling at me. Why did you not know? Why did you not know? Know what? Well, these teleportation scrolls, the little color that you see around the outside, that is the corresponding color of the portrait. So you see an orange right here. That's probably going to be Batrider coming in. You see a pink ring that's almost finished teleporting. That's Crystal Maiden. You see what it's probably Omni Knights. I don't know. I can't tell. But fun little tip there. You can look at the teleports, even if you're on the opposing team, and tell which hero is coming in. A little extra fact for today.
bottom tower is under attack.
Speaking of coming in, we see a Frostbite instantly into a freezing field on everyone. Into another AoE combo. And what's that? Yay, Meepo's dead. We're going to have a pause come out. But this is a replay, so we can just speed it up. God bless playing from replay. 8x speed. What took several minutes took only a few seconds. That's a dominating streak on S4, helping to kill. With the assistance of Crystal Maiden, that Meepo. And what's this on the net worth? Their carry has now surpassed the carry of PR. And although the tower was brought to about 25% health, not much else was accomplished. Instead, they're able to rotate into the jungle. Huskar, rightly so, blinks away. He would have loved to farm up that remaining money for his next item, but it's not going to happen yet. And to make matters worse, Batrider stealing some jungle farm. And we see
Radiant's
4 heroes bottom,
tower
Crystal
is under
Maiden,
attack.
just choosing to push out the lane instead. Space created. She knows the bounty hunter's up now, but she could at least push out this lane, get a little
Radiant's
extra money.
bottom tower is
We see
under
her last
attack.
hit, she's actually staying pretty competitive. Although she is a hard support, if you'd like to call it that. She's able to get about middle of the pack. And we see Bounty Hunter open up on her. He's running away, low on mana, pops the 1, charges. Not much can be done. However, did buy a Boots of Travel. And I actually want to just clip back there to Crystal Maiden. 1900 gold, just barely got over 2000. And we see her going down, the Earthbind, but you know what? She spent all of the money she could have possibly lost and finished an item. Meanwhile, space created. Huskar killed in bottom.
Honor your death.
Huskar for Crystal Maiden,
Radiant's bottom tower
and she
is
still
under
is able to
attack.
pick up her next item. Pretty good trade. And space created on the part of Puppey.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Furthermore, Huskar, one of the bigger damage dealers of the team, is now down for 34 seconds.
Radiant's
And
bottom
Secret
tower
are looking to
is
push
under
high ground.
attack.
We have a Lincoln Spear coming out for Batrider. And this time, a tier 3 tower is
Radiant's bottom
claimed.
tower has fallen.
With that Mjolnir on Queen of Pain, she is very fast,
Dire's top
0.51
tower is
second.
Radiant's bottom barracks
Throw
has
in
fallen.
Phantom Assassin, able to do a
Dire's
ton
top
of
tower
damage,
has
and that's a
fallen.
lane of racks.
Radiant's bottom barracks has
Even if they
fallen.
didn't have that wonderful arcane aura.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Bounty Hunter would have loved to pursue there. Queen of Pain
Dire's top
did die
barracks
while
are
porting
under
back
attack.
because of the
Dire's
Meepo
top
split push.
barracks has fallen.
And the top racks will fall, thanks to the Meepo. That's going to be a top lane, 4 bottom lane,
Dire's middle tower is under
with
attack.
the addition of a Queen of Pain. Also worth noting is the gem was passed over, somewhere. But we see a fight coming into the jungle. Dazzle being blown up, moving in a little prematurely. Treant Protector able to get away. And our heroes retreat back. Assault Cuirass is now up on Phantom Assassin. It's definitely not up on Huskar. Still only has the Helm of the Dominator and the armlet. And Crystal Maiden, knowing that the gem is gone for her team, they're facing a bounty hunter. They'll need another. Luckily, thanks to her boots of travel that were already bought, and her being a core support, she's able to buy it for her team. Probably going back to S4 as well, or maybe the Batrider. Yep, Batrider's going to pick that up. We see them continue to roam out. Always smart to check this high ground. Good job, Batrider. Free 50 gold going your way. Genuine Starletto Grillhound. Haven't seen that one before. A little bit of a lull in the action, though. It's 38 minutes into the game.
No sorceries
Our
avail.
heroes coming together mid. Our first tier 3s have fallen. Huskar has died, because what else does Huskar do? Crystal Maiden died less times than Huskar. Pretty good job on Puppey's part. As they further deward, and they roam up with extra vision to try and catch the heroes. They do it.
You
Dazzle
are a sacred
instantly killed.
target.
And Crystal Maiden just ports to the top lane with her new boots of travel to continue farming out lane. Bounty Hunter forced very far back. And with that kill, we're going to take a break. It's about 40 minutes into the game. Our first tier 3s and racks for both teams have fallen. And that's definitely what I would consider the end of the mid game. As I'm actually going to pause this. There we go. When we come back after this relaxing commercial break, we're going to see the conclusion of this game, the late game. We're going to see some team fights. We're probably going to see Huskar die. a lot, because that's what he does. Gotta hate that hero. More importantly, we're going to see if Crystal Maiden can stay alive, continue giving that mana regen aura, which isn't quite as useful in the late game once we have a lot of items on board for our heroes. But we'll see how she positions herself in fights and how she helps to use her AoE to contribute to perhaps a Meepo kill, who's staying very competitive with the Phantom Assassin for the hard carry position. We'll be back after this.